Tonight on Up to Speed with Tripp Simpson. Black on black crime. Is it a far-right propaganda used to criminalize black people? Or is it a major issue that black people need to deal with? Also, has Keisha flipped on Karen? Is there a civil war in the intersectional feminist movement? All that and more on episode 66 of Up to Speed with Tripp Simpson.
I'd rather get it out the mud than get it for free. I'd rather settle it up front than run and retreat. I son these niggas just for fun, no need for caprice. With every breath I take, I'm taking it further. Fuck the word a couple times and desert her. Killing niggas off with every word, I'm talking first degree murder. Just sit back, relax, be the observer. See niggas really want me out of line, I'm seeing the signs. Every time I speak what's on my mind, I'm reaching divine. No, I need my mental realign, so I'm taking my time. But I can't let these people just define what they don't understand. I'm a real nigga, it's deep in my veins, and if you cut me open right now, you'd understand the reason I speak with the pain. I know a lot of people seek my defeat and it's strange, cause they gon' be the real reason I peak with the fame. All these opinions from people who never made it, I truly would rather speak with the greatest. I'm talking Drake, Cole, and Lil Wayne. Man, I know I ain't famous, but I'ma make them seek me out when they play this. The name is King Art, reppin' that Southeast. Niggas always doubt me, but I keep it real. Other niggas hella mouthy. Pillow talking niggas always saying shit about me. Every time we bring it up, the conversation get cloudy, so I learn to move different. I never ask for permission, only forgiveness from the people who would choose to listen. A lot of niggas turn they back, I guess they mood switching. I tried to hold it all in, but man, it's too tempting. Listen, we don't compare, I thought you knew different. I thought you knew better than this, I guess you fool slipping. See, jealousy gon' take control and have you tomb digging, and we gon' leave you in that bowl like the spoon missing.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Up to Speed with Tripp Simpson. I am your host, Tripp Simpson, in the building.
The king in the north! The king in the north!
That's right. And before we get this live stream started today, first and foremost, you know we got to handle business. Let's get it.
Family moving up in the business. I know you're going to look after family.
What family you talking about, Ice?
Fuck, I look invisible, nigga.
That's right. I am not invisible. So do me a favor. If you're watching live on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. If you're watching live on X or Twitter, hit that heart button, hit that retweet button. And if you're watching live on Facebook, hit that like button, hit that share button. No matter what platform that you guys are watching on tonight, don't forget to comment in the comment section below. Let's get that live chat popping on all three platforms. Also, don't forget, we will be taking calls today because I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about both topics. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Now, before I get into the main topic of the night, I want to talk about something that's been popping on my TikTok and Instagram page. Of course, I made a reel out of a larger conversation that I was having the other day on the show about a conversation that Charleston White was having with Hollywood Unlocked's Jason Lee about black on black crime. And Jason Lee was saying that he doesn't believe that black on black crime is a thing. Of course, Charleston White does. I agree with Charleston White. And real quick, just to give you some context of why I want to talk about this tonight, let me show you two of the posts that I did. Now, here's the first one. Hold on. Let's get to this first post. And then we'll get into it. Let me show you what I posted first. This is what got people riled up off the break. So here's the real.
So, but you commented on black murder, which I don't believe black on black crime is a thing. Do you believe it's a thing?
Yeah.
Why do you believe black on black? Because some would say crime is It's all based on proximity.
Show me where the Jews killing each other. Show me where the Asians going to jail for murder. And they got Asian gangs. You can't. Show me a big population of white people killing white people. You can't.
Black on black crime is every single day. Honestly, I'm willing to bet $1,000 to anyone right now. At least 2 black people, at least 2 black men were murdered by other black men today in Washington, D.C. And I have no idea if it happened or not, but I'm willing to bet that shit happened today. At least 2 niggas have been murdered. At least 2. How do I know? It's 85 degrees outside. All right, so that was the first reel. Like, nothing crazy about that, right? Nothing crazy. But the comment section, I'm getting all these weird comments. Like this one guy says, you can't show where white people aren't killing white people. I mean, that wasn't the point. And it says, for real, he tripping. There were Jews that helped the Holocaust. Now, to that, I mean, I say we're not talking about the Holocaust and we're not talking about Jews. We're talking about 2024. We're talking about 2024. Now let's skip over to Instagram because there was a lot more comments on the Instagram page. Let's get to that. All right, so Instagram, of course, Mr. Digital, Cosby Digital says, this is a horrible, uninformed take, right? He says, it's not factual and Jason Lee isn't smart enough to question them on the BS answer. So we go back and forth and he goes on to say Jews, Irish, Italians all killed each other throughout American history. They lived the first ghettos before black people, before they were granted white identity protection and white access to public education and jobs in government like the police department and fire department. I mean, I'm calling cap on that. Like, because we have the same opportunities today in 2024, especially in Washington, D.C., which is basically where I based the conversation from. And I feel like niggas just got all type of excuses, man. We like to talk a lot, or we like to use the phrase Black Lives Matter, right? We like to use the phrase Black Lives Matter. But oddly enough, when it comes to the 2 things that end the most black lives, right? We act like those are just rites of passage for black culture. According to Cosby Digital, it's our privilege to be able to kill each other at alarming rates because white people did it 100 years ago. And the other big issue that kills way more black lives is, of course, abortion. It's claimed 22 million lives since 1973. 22 million and counting. But yeah, let's get into some of these posts now. I want to get into the other posts I did. The follow-up post to that. Right? Here we go.
I did a post reacted to the Charleston White Hollywood Unlocked interview where he expressed his views on black crime. And I agree with him. Black on black crime is probably one of the biggest issues we have in Black America, and it needs to be addressed. And for some strange reason, I got a lot of flack about it. And it's interesting to me too, because we talk a lot about the women not having accountability, and I agree with that. But it's crazy to me how so many black men refuse to take accountability for our own shit. Now, I'm not blaming all the murders on all black men. That's not what I'm doing. But this is a situation that doesn't have anything to do with white supremacy. Yet, you niggas find a way to bring white people into this when it has nothing to do with them. The problem is, we are committing murders against each other at a rate that far exceeds any other group in America. Case in point, in 2022, 10,470 black people were killed by other black people. In that same year, 2022, 7,700 white people killed each other. Okay, and about roughly 1,000 for all other races combined, which gives us a grand total of a little over 19,000 people. So at 19,000 people, black people were responsible for killing for 10,400 of the murders against each other. That puts us at 13% of the population committing 50% of the murders. That's crazy. And any nigga that tells you any differently is either one, lying to you to get your money, or number two, lying to you to get your vote. The problem is accountability. We have to look ourselves in the mirror and fix our own situation. Stay tuned for solutions.
So, I mean, there we have it, yo. I mean, and I had some comments that agreed with me, but there was a lot of pushback. Like, for once, here comes Cosby the Jew again. This is a goofy take that has been debunked by plenty of people who've actually done any amount of research on the topic. If you deprive any ethnic group of people resources, education, and healthcare, and stick them all together to fend for themselves, they will kill each other over the limited resources. White people have killed each other and all the ethnic groups around the world over resources. They're murders in the millions. Okay, but that isn't the point. That isn't the point. So if we know all this, and we've been saying this for decades, why isn't it time to now look in the mirror and try to fix this situation ourselves instead of blaming this on white people? I mean, I don't know what else to do. I even showed a chart. That shows how bad this is. As a matter of fact, let me get that chart up. I'll just go ahead and pull it up. Give me a second. I'll pull it up so we can really look into this, because this is getting ridiculous. I keep hearing all these arguments about, it's a proximity and, all this other crap. All right, let's get into this. All right, can y'all see that? No, you can't. Let me put the chart all the way on the screen. Now, look at this. Look at this shit. This is 2022, right? Here we have 10,470 black people. Black on black crimes, 7,704 white on white murders, and then for the other races it's minimal, 568 for other race and 454 for unknown race. Now, I don't know about you, but these numbers are absolutely astronomical in the grand scheme of things. There's only 40 million black people in the United States of America. There are over 200 million white people in America. So you mean to tell me the 40 million people in America have 200 million people in America beat by 3,000 murders every year? And this is not a major problem? Let's compare ourselves to the Hispanic community. The Hispanic community has about 65 to 70 million people, right? So about 20 to 30 more million people than we have. And they have less than 1,000 murders per year. And you're telling me this isn't a problem? Like, we can't run from these facts. I know Cosby Digital said he wanted to come on the show and debate me. He can debate all he wants. All he's gonna do is come with emotional statistics about systemic racism and all this crap that I ain't trying to hear. The bottom line is, these are our numbers. This is not white people killing black people. These are black people killing black people. So we can't whine our way out of this, or whataboutism our way out of this, and try to point the finger at white people. I mean, here's the thing, and it never fails with black folk. Never fails. And real talk, I'm especially disappointed in the men. Because like I said, we can sit up here and we can critique the women all day, every day for their lack of accountability. We can critique the women all day for their lack of accountability. But when it's time for us to take the goddamn L and admit some of our shit stinks, niggas all of a sudden come on their menstrual cycle, right? Niggas all of a sudden start using sign language. RP to Kevin Samuels.
Suppress for a little bit.
Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right.
And this is what I always say.
You bring up a valid issue with facts statistics and data, and all of a sudden, these niggas turn into women. See, this is why I advise the black folks that have sense to just fend for yourself and congregate with like-minded people, no matter what race they are. Trying to save our community at this point is a lost cause, because there are far too many people who believe that that solving our problems rests on the shoulders of other people. I literally showed a chart that proves black on black crime is out of control, and a nigga still came back with an excuse to blame white people, as if that's gonna fix any goddamn thing. See, all these niggas wanna do is be victims. Why? Because being a victim doesn't come with any responsibility. When shit gets too hard, just blame someone else. That's the mentality. And then niggas get butthurt when other groups don't want nothing to do with them. Well, what do you niggas expect? Your culture is associated with degeneracy. Your culture is associated with perversion, criminality, and poverty. And instead of rejecting it, we make excuses for it, or we glorify it in our music. See, from this point on, I'm no longer interested in hearing niggas cry about their circumstances. You come this way with that bullshit, and I'm holding up a mirror, and I'ma show you why it's your motherfucking fault. I'ma show you. I'm not gonna coddle you. I'm not gonna listen to your whining. I'm not gonna entertain all this white supremacy talk. That shit's over, bro. That shit's over. White man ain't thinking about you. Why would he be thinking about you when you're in last place in America? He's thinking about the other world powers who are trying to fucking take this shit over. And you think you the biggest problem on the list? No. In actuality, they would rather you get your shit together and hop on board so we can get rid of these other threats. Well, at least that's the consensus on the conservative side. The conservatives don't want crime. The conservatives don't want abortion. They don't want you to kill your babies. The conservatives push the nuclear family. The conservatives push meritocracy, starting a business. But you guys are punch drunk on liberal policies. You want the welfare. You want the welfare. Niggas want to talk all this Black Wall Street shit all day and all this do for self shit. But the minute they take away welfare, all of you niggas will be downtown with picket signs trying to get that shit back. Even though that's the main piece of the puzzle. That's the biggest piece on the chessboard they used to mess our whole situation up. But if they took it away from you, that's the true challenge. No welfare. What you niggas gonna do? What you gonna do? Niggas don't want to be self-sustainable. You want to be victims. You want to be victims. But anyway, speaking of victims, let's get to the next topic. Next up, we got the topic of the night. And that is, has Keisha flipped on Karen? Now, I'm surprised I haven't heard more about this issue from more content creators in the black male space. So far, I've only seen this one chick talking about this, and we're going to use her video actually to delve into this topic tonight. And we'll also give her credit where credit is due. Her name is Cindy Villa, I believe. So thank you for the content, and oh yeah, fair use, fair use, fair use. Now, I'm sure you guys are familiar with the man or bear conversation that was all over TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Well, the woman highlighted in the video came up with the question for black women. She asked black women that if they were in a conference room at work, who would they rather be in the room with? a white woman or a white man? And the answers were pretty interesting. Needless to say, I think this kind of proves that intersectionality is a myth and that feminism as we know it is a lie, because these chicks ain't on the same page at all. So without wasting any more time, we're going to go into the videotape real quick though. First, I'm going to play the original TikTok video and read some of the comments so that we get a good background as to what's going on. Then we'll get into the this woman's reaction video and watch some of their video responses from other women and I think one guy on the issue. All right, so let's get to that real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, here we go.
Hey, white women, I know y'all are getting real excited about the man versus bear conversation. You know, I get it. But I just want us to sit in our hut of humility real quick and know that this is the same thing, same-ish thing as me asking, hey, black women, hey, you're at work and you're alone in a room. Who would you rather walk in right now? You don't know what it is, a white man or a white woman. You're in a conference room alone. You have to be with one or the other. Which one is it gonna be? Now, be careful how you feel about this, because how did man feel when we picked bear, okay? All right, women, I just want us all to just be in our proper placement. I love the conversation. I just, you know what I'm here for. That's it. Hey, white women, I know y'all are getting real excited about the
All right, so let's read some of the comments here. Says, I'll take a white man immediately, quickly, expeditiously. I mean, this is crazy. All the black women are pretty much saying the same thing. Okay, now here's what I say. Is this a civil war? Here's a comment from a white woman. She says, in a time when women need to unite together, this seems divisive. Comparing backstabbers and bitches to grapists seems like too far of a reach. For women to have been raped, this is insulting. All right, now a whole bunch of replies came under this. Then someone says, there it is in real time. Yikes. All right, now we ain't gonna read all of those, but as you can see, most of the black women on here, white men, because give me the wolf, not the wolf in sheep's clothing. Another woman says, child, I'd take Jason over Julie any day. Another black woman says, white man, at least he won't pretend to be my friend first. Another black woman says, I definitely choose the white man because he wouldn't automatically feel threatened or intimidated by my presence. I mean, no need to beat a dead horse, ladies and gentlemen. That was the consensus of everything. The consensus was that when given the opportunity or when given the choice, who would you rather have in a work setting with you, a white woman or a white man? And black women chose white men. All right. Now, I want to play this video because this young lady did a reaction video to it. And I thought it was quite interesting because she ended up pulled up other video reactions, I guess remixes of this video. And it's interesting to hear what a lot of these women had to say. Now, one thing I want you to notice about the women, black or white, who are responding to this video, they all are the same type of woman. And we'll get to that. Once you see it, you'll see it. They're all the same type though. Let's go.
check these videos out. It is a white man or a white woman. You're in a conference room alone.
So I'm going to complicate this even further. Because not only is it a question with no good answer, because let's be clear, the data in the most recent paper around this issue of Black women's treatment in predominantly white workspaces indicates that Black women are likely to be negatively affected by having white coworkers. Okay? Period. Now you can argue with your mama, God, country, whatever, about your individual anecdata.
Okay, I want to stop that right there. That to me is crazy right there. I don't know where she got that stat. I don't know where she got that study from, but sheesh. Black women are, let's go back to see what she said. I don't want to misquote her. What did she say?
With no good answer. Because let's be clear, the data in the most recent paper around this issue of Black women's treatment in predominantly white workspaces indicates that Black women are likely to be negatively affected by having white coworkers.
Okay, let's stop and examine that for a second. So basically, what this research is telling you is that Black women are incapable of getting along with society. Not my words. These are her words. I mean, okay. Once again, we are 13% of the population. White people are 65 to 70% of the US population. Who do you think that you're going to be surrounded by in a corporate setting? Call me crazy, but based on the numbers, odds are any work environment that you're going to be in that's worth being in, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of white people. And if the study shows that you can't work around white people, maybe the problem is you. Maybe the problem is you. Let's go.
Okay? Period. Now you can argue with your mama, God, country, whatever, about your individual anecdata. I'm not saying that you will never encounter bad coworkers or bad managers of other ethnic groups, including Black. I am saying that statistically, your career is most at risk from white people. And the problem actually starts before the workplace, because even on college campuses, white women are less likely to protect Black women from known sexual predators.
Okay. Right. This is what I be talking about, fellas, man. This is what I be talking about, man. We and shout out to Minister Jap because he said it first. We have to get the microphones away from these women. Straight up. I don't know where she's getting these stats from, but that's like a made up statistic just to fit an argument. White women are less likely to warn you about predators. Like I don't even that's like you just making up shit to be offended about. Also, who is out to get this woman? I'm just saying, if I'm a predator, never mind. I'm not a predator, so I'm not even gonna try to think like one. I'm just gonna say he's got to be a pretty sick predator. A pretty sick predator to go after that.
Blood clot.
I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Note, this is not white women are not riding in to fight off the predator problem. They're not even warning Black women the predator is present or that he is a known danger. So, there is no right answer to the question. Both are bad for you. Now, where do we go from here?
You'd rather walk in right now. You don't know what it is, a white man or a white woman.
See, now when I heard that, I thought, that really sucks. I can definitely see how that can be a problem because I actually listen to and respect people who have different lived experiences than I do and have a better understanding about the types of systemic oppression that they live under than I do because I don't experience them. And rather than arguing with that person who has a much better understanding about the types of danger they're in based on lived experience about why I'm one of the good ones and not everyone is like that, I just shut up and listen and learn and don't ask that person for emotional labor to teach me. I look at the information that's already out there and take that initiative upon myself because I want people to feel safe around me because I care about others. And I don't tell that person or anyone else who is in that position that, well, I'm one of the good ones, I'll defend you. I will just let my actions speak for themselves. It's actually that easy. You can just be respectful and listen to people and believe.
Let me stop her right there. White guys, y'all got a serious problem here. Let's really think about this. Y'all spent hundreds, maybe even 1,000 years conquesting and colonizing and wheeling and dealing all across the world to finally give these chicks, on average, a better life than most women in the entire world. And they turn their ungrateful asses around and start spewing shit like this. American white women probably have it better than 99.9% of all women on the planet, and it still isn't good enough. Let's continue.
Them when they talk about systems of oppression that they live in that you don't, and it actually won't make you explode to say, wow, I guess I could inadvertently be a part of the problem, and I really need to make sure that I take steps so I don't continue to cause this problem that I say I don't want to be a part of. And what we sure as shit don't do, especially as white women, is explain in gruesome detail that is weirdly thought out all of the fantasies that we have about people who deny us access to them because they're frightened because of systemic oppression, and what the other might do to harm them just because they said they wouldn't pick us to be alone in a room with us. I can understand that whatever answer somebody who's lived through systemic racial oppression chooses in that scenario, even if I am among the group of people, they're like, yeah, I don't want to be in a room with you. I can understand they're not talking about me specifically, but people like me are very much a part of the problem. And if I want that to not be a problem anymore, I need to take the initiative to confront the people who are problematic with this behavior and do that work on my own. Because if I'm genuine about wanting people to be safe and not just soothing my own ego, I need to take the initiative as the person with privilege to eradicate that behavior if it's as important to me as I allege it is in my indignation.
Hey, white women, I know y'all are getting real excited about the man.
Okay, let me explain what literally just happened to me. I am a substitute teacher, so I come in, I don't do a whole lot of yelling to the students. It's just come in, do what you need to do. I'm a glorified babysitter at the end of the day. And it's supposed to be warm today, but inside the building, it's inside winter right now. So inside the building, this is what I'm wearing. I bring in a blanket to keep myself warm. Let me show you.
Side note, ladies, listen to this crap. This is one of the main reasons why it took you guys hundreds of years just to get the right to work. I mean, goddamn, just do your job. Do your job. Good Lord.
I'll set this here, right? I'm sitting in this rolling chair with my blanket, like this, right? Okay, so I'm sitting in the rolling chair like this, and I'm scrolling through my phone, right? Just sitting. And so the class was, I think, 5 students. It was just a small period, and I'm sitting and I'm scrolling through my phone. I look up, right? Now, mind you, I'm facing the door, so I'm actually facing this way. I look up, and standing literally right there, when I had the door open though, standing right there, I see somebody take a picture of me. Just walk up, take a picture. I'm like, what is that? Why are you taking a picture of me? Making eye contact with the camera, looking at the person doing it, right? Why are you taking a picture of me? Then they scurry back off into the library. So I'm like, okay, let me go figure out what the hell. So I sit up and I'm like, somebody in the hallway just took a picture of me. And the students all kind of look at me like, oh, that's weird. So I get up, I go over, I knock on the door. And she comes to the door. Yes, can I help you? This big cheesy ass goofy looking fucking smile on her face. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why you just took a picture of me. And she said, oh, I thought you were taking a nap. Yeah, no, you're good.
Now, 2 women ago, a woman said that it's, whatever she said, dangerous for black women to work around white spaces. So here's the thing. This woman literally just described herself not doing her job, and one of her coworkers, who probably was doing her job, walked by, saw her curled up with a blanket on with students in the classroom, scrolling through her phone, and she took a picture of her because she wanted to prove that this broad ain't doing no work. Granted, I wouldn't have went that far, but I understand. And this chick is flabbergasted, mind-boggled, because she can't understand. It doesn't occur to her that she's supposed to actually be doing her job that she's getting paid for. It's her right to come to work, curl up in a blanket, sit back in a chair, and scroll through her phone while there are students in the classroom. It's her right to do that. And she's wondering why someone walked by and took a picture of her. Well, because you're supposed to be doing your damn job. But, leave it to the studies, it's because of racism.
Okay, I just wanted to know. And I come back over and I sit back down, exactly the way I was. I thought you were taking a nap. And I'm like, okay, one, why, if you think that I am taking a nap on the job, why would you not check?
I don't even know how she still has a job after explaining this situation. She has 6 kids in the classroom, chilling, scrolling through her phone with a blanket draped over her.
On me. Are you okay?
Side note, get your kids out of public school.
Hey, are you feeling well? Are you sick? Anything like that. You automatically go into, let me get evidence so that I can report you. I don't, maybe it's just me, but I that is weird fucking behavior. And of course, why wouldn't she be, So that's what just happened to me. At 0 points in my life as a substitute teacher have I ever gone to sleep on the job. Why would you not just come speak to me? Why would you not just come speak to me? Knock on the door, say, hey, I just wanted to see if you were feeling that. It looked like you were asleep. Are you anything like that? No, she immediately jumped to, I want to get you in trouble.
She can't fathom the fact that when you're blatantly not doing your job, people are going to report you. Everyone's not just cool. She's going to walk, oh, she's not doing her damn job to help the students. Everybody's not going to be that cool.
Report you. I'm gonna solve this problem. Sleep on the job. Ha, caught ya. Fuck out of here with that lame shit. You know what? And I will say, it's I can understand the concern. I'm supposed to be whatever, watching the students. Okay, cool. But my thing is,
see how she just glossed over that. I'm supposed to be watching the students. Okay, cool. Wasn't doing that.
If you think there's an issue and the problem is somebody sleep, just come speak to the person. It's not like I'm in here there are far worse things far worse stories that I have heard, far worse things that I have seen even, and had to report myself, right? Come on now. Concern for the students, realized. Okay, cool, great. Concern for the job, the person that not doing the job, whatever else. Come speak to, person first, come speak to me. Just speak to me. The hell? I literally watched you take a picture of me, and now she
She came back over. She's like, I just wanted to let you know I deleted the picture. I'm so sorry. And then just walked away. I'm like, okay, just get wow. Yes, I choose white man.
I'm rather walk in right now. You don't know what it is, a white man or a white woman.
Okay, the white women are losing the plot in the comments just like the men. So I'm gonna take off native hat, goes over there, Asian hat, dust off my white hat. Okay.
Notice she had to give you all of her signs of oppression before she reverted to being white. She had to let you know that she's part Asian, part Native American. She had to let you know that. So, just in case you don't like what she had to say, can't really say too much because I'm also oppressed. This is liberal ideology.
Put that back on. Great. White woman, hello. I'm sort of white. Sometimes I don't know. Let's have a conversation about this. So you know how we get really pissed off when men don't understand the bear man conversation, and they come in and they say really stupid stuff in the comments, and they'll say it like over and over and over again to the point where it's like, we've already talked about this and we're literally trying to talk about this, and like maybe you should stop commenting for a while and actually just listen. Ooh, let's listen. You know how we do that? Hear me out. Let's also do that when black women are talking about the issues that they have with encounters that they've had with us. Cool? Great. Okay. Put the native hat back on, Asian hat back on. Great, awesome.
You have to be with one or the other. Which one is it gonna be?
Sis, we're gonna go there? Okay, listen. I love this. All right. Man versus bear. We know why so many people choose the bear. That's fine.
Are y'all getting my drift? Do y'all notice anything about each of the women who are speaking on this topic? I'll give you a hint. None of them are attractive. Let's go.
But black woman goes into a conference room by herself, minding her business, but she has to choose who comes into that room with her when she's alone. A white woman or a white man. And people in her comments, this creator's comments, were so surprised to find that black women would prefer it to be a white man. So why? Yeah, so people are saying, well, wait, I'm a white woman and I'm an ally and I'd never attack a black woman. I would never SA a black woman. I would never, fight a black woman. It's not physical safety. It's not physical harm that we're concerned about. And I know that that's what white women are always concerned about for a very good reason when it comes to men. We still have concerns about our physical safety, but I'm much more concerned about racism in that situation. Yeah, because when it comes to a white man, his racism is much more blatant. It's much more obvious. When that white man comes into the conference room, if he has a problem, it's very clear in his eye contact, it's very clear in his tone, in his body language, in his lack of eye contact. I know what I'm dealing with right away. And I'm like, boom, I know who you are. With a white woman, it's much more insidious. I might not.
She's saying all this just to say that patriarchy isn't as bad as it seems. Because clearly, when it comes to other women, you would rather not deal with them. You would rather deal with a white man who is allegedly the king of the patriarchy. So what are you guys saying?
I'll find out for years that this white woman has a problem with black people. Now, when we're talking about man versus bear, are we saying all men? No, of course not. We're not saying that all men are worse than being mauled by a bear. Obviously not. We experience men all the time. We love men. It's fine. But I don't know if that man is going to be my best friend. I don't know if that man is a good man. I don't know if he's going to be my worst nightmare. But I do know what I'm getting into when it comes to the bear. And it's the same situation here. I do know what I'm getting into when it comes to that white man most of the time. The majority of the time. The high majority of the time. The white woman, I don't always know. Right? Because that racism can be so insidious. Right? So working in DEI, I have to deal with microaggressions all the time.
Here we go. DEI says it all. Says it all. Let's get to the next one. God, these people are draining. Let's get to
you explain this to me. I need you to share a resource with me. And yeah, I'm open for the dialogue.
Right now. And you don't know what it is, a white man or a white woman?
Hey, white men, I'm already going to go ahead and head this one off at the pass. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to listen, okay? We're not going to ask why everything has to be about race. We're not going to get all up in our feels and make it other people's problems, because we are still predators in this hypothetical, which we are.
See, this is the type of man that lets his son go be a cheerleader or some shit. This is the type of guy that will sit up and watch his wife get railed by 3 dudes while he's sitting on the couch jacking off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem. Liberal white men. Let's go.
And third, we're not going to use this as an opportunity to attack white women. Okay? You got it? Good.
Hey, white women. I know y'all are getting real excited about the man.
I love how a conversation that was started by all women, no matter the skin color, because we were all fighting the same evil, has now turned back into a white or black thing. We had moved past the point. How is there ever going to be growth? How is there ever going to be equality? How is there ever going to be equal rights if for every 10 steps we take forward, someone brings us 100 steps back?
Bro, look at this creature, bro. Oh my God, you can't make this shit up, man. Let's go.
We were fighting the same fight hand in hand. And now we're not. Again.
Hey, white women. I know y'all are getting real excited about the man.
If you are a white woman and are curious about that, you can go watch that video and follow, figure out what she's talking about. I just wanted to say my piece of how I do understand, and I immediately knew where you were going with this. For this conversation, I'm a white girl. I'm technically half Mexican, but I was adopted and raised by white people, so I am a white girl raised in a white neighborhood with white whatever. But I was a weird kid and also not liked by the other white girls. And there was a group of black girls in middle school that...
All right, I gotta stop this. I mean, you guys get the point. You guys get the point, man. Now, do y'all notice that none of the women who are taking the time out to comment on this dumbass subject are attractive? It's only weirdo, over the hill, emo, goofy ass chicks, or a combination of all, who are actually taking this seriously. And they all have this big issue with the patriarchy, but they are willing to revert right back to it just to rid themselves of each other. This is the living personification of hypocrisy. So what I'm gonna do is, real quick, I'm gonna skip past all this. We're gonna get to the host comments, and then we'll close this out. Look at this. Look at this chick here. Look at this. That's one of the next chicks talking. Who's next? That one. Look at him. All right, so we'll take her comments and then we're out of here.
When we picked Bear, okay.
Dear fellow
Oh
women,
my God! Look, another one.
some white women went crazy.
I have put together a few, screenshots of comments that I grabbed from her comment section, so you guys can see, what people dropped in there. This is really laughable. But yeah, I just want to know your thoughts. Do you think she should have asked this question in the first place? Now the thing is this. White women should not even get angry because, we all know. Okay? Now, someone said she's not going to pick neither of them. She's not going to pick a white man. She's not going to pick a white woman. But then if the person insists that, okay, you must pick one of them, like you must pick one, okay? We will go for white men. To be honest, I would go for white men because we see the way white women react to things, the way they do things, around Black people, especially Black women, which I have witnessed. I have got my own experiences with them. So me, I would choose a white man. I'm sorry, this is my opinion.
And there we have it. There we have it. So, I can't lie. I love videos like this because it pretty much shows how fragile the left's base, which is feminist women, actually is. Everyone's so worried about winning the oppression Olympics, they end up invalidating themselves in the process. How can Black women sit up here and claim that patriarchy is the problem when they are ready and willing to stab white women in the back just to be up under white men who are allegedly the biggest perpetrators of the patriarchy? It's all just stupid. I break it down like this, man. I break it down to just like this. Simple. White women want to overthrow white men. Black women want to replace white women and play second fiddle to white men. White men just want white women to get in line and enjoy the fruits of their conquest. And Black men just want a woman who brings us peace. But we're all fools. We're all fools. See, the whole time, the foreigners who are moving in every single day are progressing past us all. And by us all, I mean Americans in general, because they understand the importance of the nuclear family and gender roles. That's why when you look at income charts, you'll see Arabs, East Indians, and Oriental Asians running circles around us all socioeconomically. And we have liberalism to thank for it. The shit just doesn't work, and the proof is in the pudding. The results speak for themselves. They speak for themselves. But yeah, it's not a secret. Anyone with any sense of deductive reasoning or that has any fucking type of deductive reasoning skills knows that feminism or a matriarchy is a pipe dream at best. At the end of the day, most women don't even trust each other, especially Black women. Especially Black women. I got this one last video I want to show y'all. And this just pretty much proves my point about intersectionality and feminism and women's unity in general. Give me 1 second. We're gonna get to this last video and then hopefully we'll take some calls. All right.
The now suspended police chief at the Atlanta VA Medical Center once said in a staff meeting that she no longer wanted to hire Black or Hispanic female officers because they, quote, come with a whole lot of attitude.
Fox 7.
Off the break, let's get it.
Reporter Randy Travis has more.
Y'all need to get along.
In a September 2023 command staff meeting, Chief Beverly Banks complained about disputes between her officers. One of them provided this recording to the Fox 5 team. A second person in the room confirmed what you're about to hear.
I am to the point, I don't want to hire black women no more.
Now let's hold it right there. Now, earlier in the conversation, we heard a woman say that there's some sort of study out here that shows that black women don't work well working around white people, or whatever it said, right? Here we have a black woman in charge of a police department that basically doesn't want to hire black women. So what is this telling you? Now, I'm not gonna, first of all, I have female co-workers who I absolutely love, and I think they're great at their job, right? For sure. However, they are anomalies. But that's not to say anything negative about women. It's just, honestly, it's really not their natural role. But I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm gonna let this continue to play.
I'm to that point. I ain't got no white women beating my door down to come in here and work, but I wish they would, because I don't have these problems. I don't have no Hispanic women. Hell, I don't want them either. Because you know what comes with it? A whole lot of attitude, and I don't want it. I'm the only one with the attitude in this place, me.
In a statement to the Fox 5 team, a VA spokesman said, "There is no place for racism or discrimination at the VA, and these comments are unacceptable." Chief Banks took over the Atlanta VA Medical Center Police Department in late 2022, inheriting an organization filled with complaints involving favoritism and sexism.
I guess he thought, she's not going to tell, I got the power.
A year before Banks started, VA Internal Affairs examined the case of Shanika Jackson. She accused Deputy Chief Johnny McCullough of sexual assault.
I don't know what he was doing until ultimately when everything started to happen.
Jackson lost her job. McCullough remained deputy chief. And when Chief Banks took over the next year, she kept him there. It's unclear whether she knew about the IA findings. Last December, another black female officer filed this handwritten complaint with her supervisor, accusing McCullough of threatening to drag her down the hall by her hair. We don't know what happened with the complaint, but at a department-wide meeting the next month, the chief said this.
Deputy Chief McCullough, if you don't know how to talk to people, tell me now so you...
Bro, look at this shit, man. Oh my God. If this ain't Atlanta, I don't know. If this don't say Atlanta, I don't know what else do, man.
I can do whatever I need to do to get you disciplined again.
David Bennett served in the VA Police Department for 5 years. The combat veteran quit last month, shortly after filing an EEOC complaint against Banks, accusing the chief of sharing confidential information about him with his supervisors.
That created a hostile, toxic work environment for me as an individual officer, and I didn't feel as comfortable working for the leadership as I did before.
I have been made to sound like I'm a beast. I'm just the worst beast ever.
In January of this year, Chief Banks held this department-wide meeting so her officers could clear the air.
We trying to change. Are y'all gonna try and change?
But on the recordings provided to the Fox 5 team from one of the participants, the air was filled mostly with the voice of the chief.
You all don't understand what you have in me, and I'm so sorry that y'all don't.
I don't understand how can you be a chief in leadership and you're saying one thing in January and then in this meeting you're saying something completely different.
I don't want to hire black women no more.
Oh, shit, man. I hate to say this, man. I swear I hate to say this. But this is how you know the Back to Africa, Black Wall Street Negroes have no idea what they're talking about. Atlanta is a shining example of what happens when you let liberal Negroes loose with the keys to a goddamn city. I mean, these are grown-ups with federal government jobs acting like high school students. But anyways, man, I'd like to take some calls if anyone wants to call in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the link to call in the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter chats. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break. All right? So, let me get this chat in the link real quick. This link in the chat. Hold on. Call in. All right, hold on. Let me see. All right, there we go. So, links in the chat. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and we will be right back.
You know I'm really on fire. Popping up the grease and I'm peppermint. Money back up. Some nigga, she don't know how to act up. Asian, white, Latino, and black up. It's only one thing to do on this track. Money back up. Some nigga, she don't know how to act up. Asian, white, Latino, and black up. It's only one thing to do on this track.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life, nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life, fresh goes better. Mentos fresh, fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
All right, so we're back. Doesn't look like we have any callers. That's all well and good because I'm ready to get up out of here anyway. So without wasting any more time, ladies and gentlemen, for myself and the rest of the crew here at Trippin' Ain't Easy TV, peace out. Catch you on the next one.